Yeah, exactly. I think lads have summed it up perfectly, because Tottenham know where they're going. They know what they're going to see every week. We know what we're going to see every week, and it's exciting football. It doesn't always work, as the lads have said, and sometimes you are going to come unstuck. But then you compare that to Man United, you've no idea. Yeah. You don't know how they're going to play. You don't know how they're going to approach games. Are they going to play on the counter-attack? Are they going to sit deep? Are they going to try and have all the possession of the game? But we've no idea.
Should we know by now, Paul?
Of course we should, yeah.
I don't think the players know going out.
Well, this is my next
I don't
question.
think, I don't think when they go out...
Not coached on, isn't it?
They look an uncoached football team, yeah.
Today, do you think Ten Hag... So they played on the counter-attack most of the time. Tottenham had loads more possession than them. Do you think Ten Hag said to them today, we're probably not going to have most of the possession, we're going to sit back and counter-attack? I'm not sure. I just think it happens. Whatever happens, just...
Yeah,
happens.
well, I agree. I think whatever happens, happens, and he just takes it. But
is that acceptable in the third season of someone coaching a set of players?
No, it's not. As I say, we're two and a bit years in now, aren't we? From the first week Postecoglou went in, we probably knew what Tottenham were going to do, and they're doing it to this day. We're 2 and a bit years down the road. It looks, as I said, it's an uncoached team. Players look dead today. They look flat. They look. Yeah. I don't know what to do. There's no enthusiasm for the game of football, and that can only come from the training pitch. They don't know what they want. See, some of the positions that people take up on the pitch, it's just madness at times, and you wonder why teams are breaking through them all the time. And look, I know he's used the excuse of he signed young players a little bit this year, but there was 6 or 7 probably of his players there who probably Zirks you can take out of that who's a young player you got 23, but still these are experienced players who they've paid a lot of money for. We need to stop hearing excuses and get on that training pitch and find a way of playing. Just find something. Give us something.
Yeah. And his team. One we will dissect from a Manchester United point of view. Reaction on the way shortly. But from Tottenham, you've just said it's a big boost, and you think in terms of that 4th spot, which is up for grabs, they should be in fighting contention?
I think so. I think if I said at the beginning of the season, if they can emulate what they did last year, finishing 5th, I've always an excellent season. If they can add a domestic trophy to that, it would have been a magnificent season. I give them a chance. No one wants to play Tottenham in any cup competition. I know they play Man City in the Carabao Cup next. They got an opportunity, even in the Europa League, to win it. No one wants to play them on their day. You know, especially now they've got Solanke. They've got a striker he's confident. He scores again today.
3 and 3.
It's only going to help his confidence and the boost, because they created the chances. They should have more points. You know, an extra 3 points, what they easily should have, would send them into the top 4 anyway, at the moment. So they're underachieving where they are in the league for their performances. What I think feels deserved a little bit more. I really like the manager. I know there's been some disgruntled fans out there. It's a little bit mixed at the moment. You need to give him the time. It's unlike Ten Hag. He's showing progress. There's a clear identity, out of possession and in possession. And it's an identity what everyone loves to watch. Yes, sometimes they're going to come unstuck. They're going to be wide open. They can get punished. Worried for him today. But what I didn't expect is such a poor performance from Manchester United. There was chances for Man United to break them down. You know, when them fullbacks do leave them positions, they vacate. There's like wide open spaces. You can get punished. But more often than not, the manager wants to send them out on a positive, all the time, sends them out on a positive mind frame of get at the opposition and press as high as you can and aggressive. And when you get the ball, let's pass it forward. I don't want no backward or sideward passing. We go forward. If there's space, like we saw, Mickey van der Ven, if there's space in front of you, take off. Take off with the ball, and he'd done it to a dramatic effect in the first half and given him an excellent start. But I can't speak highly enough of Postecoglou and his Tottenham side at the moment. I just think the fans need to be patient and stick with them because they're going in the right direction.
If you were a Spurs fan, would you accept some of the flaws that Tim's talking about the way they're playing because it's consistent and there is a clear style and identity about it?
Well, yeah, with Spurs, you can argue, can't you? Some people will think, you know, yes, it's great fun to watch. Yes, you're going to get some big results, and then you could be on the end of a good beating as well, the way he plays. And the question is, can they win a league playing like that? It's OK winning a league in Scotland or in Japan or Australia, but you need to be pretty foot perfect to win the Premier League. And whether that system can win it is a debate. But isn't it lovely to be able to have a debate about something that is, you know, that's how they're going to do it. Right, let's discuss the pros and cons. And as I say, on the total flip side, when you're talking about Manchester United, there is no debate. There is no, like, what are we debating? Where are they going? What are they trying to do? We don't even know that, so we can't even debate it. So, but yeah, from Tottenham's point of view, great to watch. I like it. If I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be getting behind it. Yes, there'll be bumps on the road, but I'd be fully backing it.
I think most of the Tottenham fans are enjoying it after Conte, after Mourinho, after Nuno, where we heard all the grumblings. I think they'll accept, like Michael says, a few bumps in the road because of the way they approach the game.
There will be some Man United fans out there screaming at the TV and saying, how can you be talking so highly of Tottenham and their manager Postecoglou and not Ten Hag when he's won 2 trophies? And Ange Postecoglou and Tottenham fans will rip your hands off for them 2 trophies, the FA Cup. But we're talking about the bigger picture. They've signed 16 players under him. They spent an absolute fortune at that club, Manchester United. They should be better than what they are. Not only that, the recruitment of the players is so difficult. If I was head of recruitment at Manchester United, I don't know what players he wants. I don't know what characteristic he wants in different positions. If I was scouting there and head of recruitment at Tottenham, I know exactly what Postecoglou wants because it's clear. He doesn't want fullbacks who are going to stay in there. He wants people like Undogi and Pedro Porro who just bomb into the midfield and they're really energetic, aggressive with the press and exciting in the final third. That's what he wants. We know what his midfield looks like. Look at him playing today. Bentancur, Kulusevski and Maddison. He knew he was going to have possession of the ball. He knew he wanted players who could use the ball and use it effectively. That's exactly what he got today.
Tim, this is an interesting point because at some points I've thought, oh, he's changing his way. Goalkeeper was a case in point. You get rid of De Gea and you bring in probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world with his feet. So you think, wow, right, they're going to play this expansive. Yeah. They get rid of Cristiano Ronaldo because no energy. You know, we want a high press. They play more counter-attack. Yeah. He's buying certain players and you think, oh, OK, right, OK, that might be now a change. Yeah. And then what happens when they get onto the pitch? They don't utilise the skills of... Their defenders aren't great on the ball. No. Yet they've got one of the best goalkeepers he hardly passes it out to them now. You can't trust them. It's just the whole thing is a mismatch. You look at every single aspect of that club. Injuries is a massive problem. Yeah. That's not luck. That's how you train on the pitch. Scholes says they're looking flat. Again, that's the training pit. Are these players fit enough? Are they right? Are they fresh enough?
Game 6 of the season.
Buying players. Recruitment is awful.
It's a good point about recruitment. You can't recruit for what you don't know what you want. If you don't have a style of play, what are you recruiting for?
Yeah, exactly.
As he makes a point with Tim, you know exactly what they want. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You know what they need. You need the fullbacks they need athletic people just to play the positions who can do that. With United, you think about it's like they're just picking people from the air and then trying to put them together. They're
surviving on moments. They're relying on Garnacho with the pace. Head down, pace, run. Rashford, exactly the same. Bruno, a little bit of magic. We know he's got the quality. He's got the petulance. What we've seen today, gets himself a red card. They can't play off anyone. They've got a boy who's Jadon Sancho. He's showing them up at the moment. I watched him play yesterday for Chelsea. He balances them on the right-hand side. He comes into them pockets. Yes, he needed babysitting. Should have put his arm around him. First and foremost, the important thing is not how you feel as a person to how the players treating you. It's getting the best out of him for the fans who come and watch every single week. Sancho there plays. He's not his head down. He plays off the centre forward. No wonder he can't play at Man United because he's got no one to play off. Xerxes, I don't know what he is. What is he, an 8? He's certainly not a 9. We talked about he wants to be a 9.5. I don't see him as a 10. I don't see him as that clever player who can hold the play up and let people run beyond him. I don't see what he's got. I don't know in every division of their pitch. He talks about we haven't got the personnel last year to play higher up the field, so we're going to have to defend deep. And then he signs De Ligt. Mickey van der Ven should have been his signing to get him up the pitch. Quicker than grease lightning. Anything goes in behind him, he goes and rescues it.
I think that's another point. When you bring players in, you expect them to be a lot better than what you've already got. I don't see players coming in who are a big difference. Like De Ligt's coming for Maguire, let's say. But there's no big difference there.
£50 million better than Maguire?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They should stop this signing just stop immediately. The money that's been wasted for years and years and years now just has to stop.
Yeah.
And until the manager, until that coaching staff, until the club can start getting better performances from within, then there should be just a stop on spending. Because
do you think it's possible with these players, though?
Who's the best?
It's possible to play better than this.
Coaching. Yeah.
Who's their best players?
The players are coachable.
Garnacho?
It's their academy.
Kobe Mainu?
Yeah, it's their academy guys.
Rashford at times. They
But this magic wand of, another 50 million. You look at all around that team at the moment, it is just eye-watering.
There'll be people screaming at the TV sets and we'll change the whole coaching staff in the summer.
Yeah, they're changing everything.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
You've got Ruben Nistelrooy.
Needing coach, well, I suppose do they need time? I don't know.
Yeah, but managers tend to do a lot of the coaching now, don't they?
Yeah.
You wonder how much of an influence Rude and the other fella. Sorry, I don't know his name. We said the same last season about Steve McLaren.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant coach, Steve, and we said that we just don't think he's got any influence on this team. And coaches, sometimes they are control freaks, aren't they? They want to do everything, and it seems. And do you know what? If you was Rude watching that, you maybe just take a back seat.
If you're Rude,
I don't want to get involved in that.
If you're Rude, Scholes, his expertise has to come as a centre forward coach.
Yeah,
he knows it inside out. He would say, "Well, give me a centre forward to coach, and I'll do it." I don't see a centre forward. Hoyland is the only one they got. It's the only one they got.
He also has to be involved in the recruitment side of it.
Yeah.
With a centre forward or two centre forwards. Look, Rude, who do you think? I'm not sure he'd have picked Xerxes.
No.
I'm not sure he'd have picked Highland. Now, look, there's probably not a plethora of centre-forwards out there, but you'd go and consult him, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, this is a huge result. It could have been a huge result the other way as well. It could have given them the platform, like it's given Tottenham now. Because whatever the result, the manager on the losing side was going to take some pressure. But more pressure always at Man United. He's not stupid, Ten Hag. He's managing the biggest club in the world, and you have to win, certainly at home, and you can't get Dumfries. In teams in around you. He's got done 3 at Liverpool. It was humiliation. That was humiliation today. Or you argue we went down to 10 men because they got him off the hook. They were going to beat that anyway. They should have been 4 down by
3 was a great result. You think of the chances Werner had going through clean through.
Is that the point, though? They're not just losing. It's the way they're losing and the score lines they're losing.
It's the way they play every week.
Yeah.
Really. Even when they won games last year, they were still poor. Still really poor to watch, and they got away with it. But they lose 14 games, we said last season. Yeah. Well, we're on our way.
Lost 3 already this season.
Well, we're on our way to do it again, aren't we? And
so Spurs in front at Old Trafford in a first half they've totally dominated, as you can see, not only in possession, but look at that, touches in the opposition box. 28 for Tottenham to Manchester United's 7. Tottenham in control. Could be more before we discuss that. 155 seconds in. What a start for Spurs.
Tottenham have been brilliant. From the start of the half till the end of the half, they've been outstanding, have a clear identity, out of possession and in possession. Look at Marcus Rashford here. Surely you have to do something better than that. Mickey van der Ven picks the ball up and there's a wide open space, but look at the pace and power of this kid and the ability to find a cross for Brendan Johnson at the far post. I mean, Man United fans must be looking at it and saying, look, our manager's signed a lot of Dutch players. There's probably one who's very, very good and playing for Tottenham at the moment and might have jumped at the chance to go to Man United, but never got the opportunity because you took De Ligt over the top of him. This boy is a thoroughbred. I know Michael trains racehorses. He'd like to have this one in the stable. I mean, look at the pace and power and the ability of that boy. Tottenham have been absolutely magnificent. I can't talk highly enough of them.
How difficult to watch has that been? From United's point of view?
Yeah. Look, over the last couple of years, we've seen some bad stuff. I don't think we've seen anything quite as bad as that. Tottenham, as Tim said, are totally dominant. United are lucky. It's only one. They've been poor in every area of the pitch, whether in possession, out of possession. Just been a really bad first half of football. And
it got worse with the red card for their captain, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
His first red in the United shirt. What do we think on this?
Well, I thought it was unlucky, Steve. I didn't think it was a red. I thought he slipped. I thought he did catch him slightly, but I didn't think it was with any force. It was on the shin pad. He has tried to flick him and bring him down, but there's no force. It's not a dangerous challenge. No. He slips and then just flicks his leg out. I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt. Obviously, Maddison's help, but look, he just flicks him on the shin pad. It's not even that high. A yellow card, that is.
Give him a chance, though, should we, Michael? We shouldn't give him the chance to be sent off. I know he slipped, but just let the leg go past you. He's been going past you all day. Anyway, why change that?
You're right.
And look, it's not. It's not a red card, we know it isn't, but why give the referee the opportunity to do it? It's just petulant from, again, the captain who probably was as bad as any of them in the first half.
I agree, just petulance, that's frustration, because you haven't had a kick of the ball. You haven't put a tackle in for your team either. You're wearing the armband, you should be embarrassed for yourself. And he got yourself sent off, unfortunately. But I don't think it's a red card, I really don't. He's not going to hurt anyone like that. It's not excessive force, he's not straight on. He just dangles his leg and tries to bring him down. Pure frustration from a team that have been outplayed. But it almost lets them off the hook now, because Tottenham should be 4 or 5 ahead in this game, and I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, let's have a look at the chances. I mean, United have given them so much space, haven't they?
Just passive, Steve. They don't want to get to the ball, they don't want to tackle. Look at Ugarte there, getting 1-2'd. Again, they should score. Nana does really well. But they're just running off. And what is De Ligt doing there? He has got to take everything there. He cannot afford that. If he's not going to get the ball, he cannot afford that play to go on. As it does, to get away with it. And Dalot through the legs. How many times have we seen people go through the leg? Close your legs. Dalot has been horrendous in that first half, as bad as I've ever seen him. He's lucky to still be on the pitch, to be honest with you. And again, another case of quality on the ball has been so bad. And running through again, where's our right back? De Ligt, who was supposed to be an upgrade on Maguire, doesn't look like it. He can't get anywhere near him. And if it only for better finishing, as Tim said, this game should be outside already.
Couple of chances for United, Michael.
Couple of chances. There was one amazing save from Vicario, which I thought it was in, actually. This Xerxes chance here, that's a brilliant save. Absolutely brilliant. And that's probably the best opportunity they've had. As the lad said, it's all been Tottenham. They've had all the best chances. But that was unlucky. That was a good effort and a great save. This was a nice strike, difficult to score from that angle, but I think the Xerxes one was the one.
I mean, down to 10 men now, really is an uphill task for them. But you'd have to say, if he got in there at 1-0 with 11 against 11, the team talk would have been absolutely different, because he would have found a positive, and there is chances to be had. We need to be more clinical when we get possession. We're picking the wrong options, because when you do get through Tottenham's press, there is wide open spaces, but they haven't got the quality. They haven't got a centre forward first and foremost. Xerxes, I'm not sure what he is. Rashford's having a torrid time out there, and Garnacho can't get the ball either. So, it's been really poor. I can't remember the last time I've seen a poorer performance from a Man United side. I really can't. He talked highly at the beginning about how he admires the way Tottenham play. Well, try and play like that yourself. You're miles away from that. I know if you offer Tottenham and them supporters now, Man United, you'd rather have Postecoglou or the man you've got standing in your dugout. I know the answer.
OK, well, problems are mounting for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag.
To Gary Neville, look, he's clearly and is very heavily emotionally invested in what happens at Manchester United. Is it getting more and more difficult, do you think, to defend Ten Hag's position, Jamie?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. I've been doing this job a long time, and I've watched a lot of performances when managers subsequently lose their jobs. And that's the sort of performance, I'm seeing performances at the moment that are the sort of performances that gets managers sacked too often. And I feel I do feel slightly sorry for the manager. I said before, I do feel like he's out of his depth. He looks a little bit lost. And for that reason, what I mean by that is, at the start of the year, when your club are actively looking for another manager to come in and take your place, I think you are in a massively untenable position. You are naked in that dressing room as soon as you get that contract again, because the players know that you're not really the man. And I think if the Glazers would have done that, I think they'd have got absolutely hammered. But because we think of Ineos as being really good operators, super smart, that felt like a decision that wasn't a football decision. You cannot keep the manager after looking for other managers. It just beggars belief for me. You've made his position so difficult. And when I see the team right now, they're playing like that. They're playing like they're lost. I don't see anyone really taking the game by the scruff of the neck. The players that he's brought in don't look right. They are playing with no confidence. They are looking like a team. You can talk about the press all you like. But this club, more than probably any, has a DNA of attacking. Ashley will know it better than I will. They attack, they get after teams. When they're winning, they stamp on their throat and make sure they go 2-3-0 up. And that isn't a lot to do with the press or just not being quite on it. I see too many players looking like... And Gary's right, it's not like you don't care, but it's not like they're just not putting that extra effort in. Because this club is not built like that. They want to see the players having a go. And I just feel right now, I just don't see how he can keep his job with these performances. I just feel like he looks completely lost. I don't know how he can turn it around. The money that he spent is too much to turn around and say, well, it's OK, let's give him time. I think he's already had enough time. And I know they won 2 trophies last year with a lot of luck, and I will give it. And against United, they were against Manchester City, they were fantastic in the FA Cup. But I just don't see how he's the man to take it forward. The only problem is I don't know who is. It's such a difficult job right now.